Hi, everyone, and thank you for listening in. Today, we are going to discuss the Restoring Neighborhoods and Strengthening Communities program and how, with enhanced equitable standards, it can positively influence infrastructure development and community reinvestment in areas physically and economically segregated, disenfranchised, and destroyed by inequitable highway development. This program is a $10 billion 5-year Highways to Boulevards program supporting freeway removal and community reinvestment. Money awarded will support 5 primary action components, including community engagement, education, feasibility studies, and capacity building, specific educational opportunities for residents to influence the decision-making process, the development of designs and artist renderings of possible highway removal or redesign, the capital destruction of infrastructural barriers or highways, and to replace these infrastructural barriers with new use or community resources that is selected by residents. If implemented, would the Restoring Neighborhoods and Strengthening Communities program lead to a more socially just city?
We have developed this rubric to analyze if the city planning program is socially just. The 5 metrics that we have chosen are 1. Rooted in community priorities. Does this program work with the community to develop plans? 2. Utilizes people-centric metrics. Does this program use alternatives to profit and innovation-based metrics by looking to community well-being as a measure of success? 3. Enhances community leadership and voices. Does this program identify and elevate members of the community who are already doing this or similar work? 4. Prioritizes and empowers legacy residents. Does this program protect legacy residents from displacement and gentrification? 5. Considers environmental justice. Does this program consider and prevent the potential environmental repercussions of development? Next, we will review how the Restoring Neighborhoods and Strengthening Communities bill measures up on these metrics. Metrics number 1, rooted in community priorities. This program promotes justice by using community members as stakeholders in the decision-making process, and because funding supports community engagement meetings, capacity building, and feasibility studies to determine community vulnerability and need. Also, these funds are available not only to local governments, but to metropolitan planning organizations, tribal governments, and nonprofit organizations. Metric 2 utilizes people-centric metrics. This program promotes justice because the bill uses community engagement and participation as metrics to measure the success of the program, and community members participate in the decision-making process to determine where funding is given. Metric 3 enhances community leadership and voices. This program is neutral because the bill does not explicitly recommend community leaders be involved with the planning. Also, cities granted the money from this bill could choose to use community leadership, but it would be up to the governmental authority or organization awarded the grant to make the call.
Metric number 4, prioritize and empower legacy residents. This bill does prevent justice. This bill doesn't explicitly say gentrification as potential impact of a project that come from these grants. This bill requires cities have an anti-displacement policy or community land trust, but include community revelation and economic development projects as part of the definition, which could lead to further gentrification. Metric number 5, consider environmental justice. Our bill prevents justice by only 40 of this grants money is required to go environmental justice communities. The bill requires cities awarded money either have a plan to reduce emission or a plan to employ local residents, even though these two metrics are unrelated and both necessary. This bill does not ask for cities to account for the environmental impact of large consideration projects in cities. These are 2 examples of highway removal projects that the bill could potentially fund. On the left side, Level 8664 highway removal project example, not completed. Its campaign began in 2005, not completed because of community didn't support funding for this project, and the campaign was unable to be realized. On the right side, this is successful example of the highway removal, and this example is richer inner loop transition. It started November 2014 to remove and completed by December 2017. It was successful example.
As we reflect on these successful and unsuccessful projects, it is important for future cities to consider the positive impact that our rubric can have on the creation of socially just communities. In order to meaningfully support infrastructure development that does not accelerate segregation and community disinvestment, we must ensure that our programs are rooted in equity and justice and consider community priorities first. Thank you for listening.